Hey there, fellow soil enthusiasts! Welcome back to Soil Sage Chronicles, where we dig deep into the secrets that make our gardens thrive. Today, I'm about to share something that's been sitting in your kitchen cabinet all along, something so simple yet so powerful that it might just revolutionize how you approach gardening challenges. We're talking about baking soda, that humble white powder that's probably been relegated to your refrigerator door or baking supplies. But what if I told you that this everyday household item could be your garden's secret weapon? Trust me, by the end of this article, you'll be looking at that orange box of sodium bicarbonate with completely new eyes. Before we dive into the practical applications, let's understand what makes baking soda such a garden game changer. Sodium bicarbonate has a pH of around 9, making it naturally alkaline. This alkalinity is the key to many of its garden benefits. But it's not just about pH. Baking soda also has antimicrobial properties and can disrupt the cellular processes of certain fungi and bacteria. When you sprinkle baking soda around your plants, you're essentially creating an environment that's hostile to many common garden problems, while being gentle enough not to harm your precious plants. It's like having a microscopic security team working around the clock to protect your garden. One of the most impressive applications of baking soda in the garden is its ability to combat fungal diseases. I actually discovered this by accident when I was dealing with a persistent case of powdery mildew on my cucumber plants. Nothing seemed to work until, well, I tried a simple baking soda solution. Mix 1 tablespoon of baking soda with half a teaspoon of liquid soap in a gallon of water, and you've got yourself a powerful antifungal spray. The alkaline environment created by the baking soda makes it nearly impossible for fungal spores to survive and reproduce. I've used this solution successfully on powdery mildew black spot on roses and even early stages of blight on tomatoes. The soap acts as a surfactant, helping the solution stick to plant surfaces longer and penetrate waxy leaf coatings. Apply this mixture in the early morning or evening to avoid leaf burn, and you'll be amazed at how quickly fungal problems begin to disappear. You know, many gardeners struggle with acidic soil, especially those of us living in areas with high rainfall or heavy clay soils. While lime is the traditional solution, baking soda actually offers a gentler, more immediate alternative for small adjustments. I've used baking soda to raise the pH around my hydrangeas when I wanted to shift their blooms from pink to blue. Yes, you read that right. Hydrangeas change color based on soil pH, and a light application of baking soda can nudge that pH just enough to influence flower color. For general pH adjustment, dissolve 1 tablespoon of baking soda in a gallon of water and apply it to the soil around affected plants. This method is particularly useful for plants that prefer slightly alkaline conditions like clematis, lavender, and many herbs. Just remember to test your soil first and make gradual adjustments. You don't want to swing too far in the opposite direction. Here's where things get really interesting. Baking soda can serve as a natural deterrent for several common garden pests, and the mechanism is, honestly, pretty fascinating. When soft-bodied insects like aphids come into contact with dry baking soda, it can disrupt their cellular processes and dehydrate them. I've sprinkled baking soda around the base of plants prone to aphid infestations, and the results have been, well, remarkable. The key is to apply it when the leaves are slightly damp from dew or light watering, so the powder adheres better. For cabbage worms, which can devastate brassica crops, a light dusting of baking soda mixed with equal parts flour creates an effective deterrent. The alkaline nature of baking soda disrupts their digestive system when ingested. I've saved countless cabbage and broccoli plants using this simple mixture. This application absolutely blew my mind when I first tried it. Baking soda can actually help control weeds, particularly in pathways and between pavers where you don't want anything growing. The high sodium content can burn weed foliage and make the immediate soil environment inhospitable to new growth. Sprinkle baking soda generously over weeds during a sunny day, and you'll see them begin to wither within hours. For tougher perennial weeds, you might need to repeat the application several times. This method works best on young, tender growth rather than established woody weeds. However, use this technique judiciously and only in areas where you don't want any plant growth, as it can affect the soil's overall health if overused. Adding baking soda to your compost pile can help balance pH levels and, accelerate decomposition. If your compost is too acidic, which is often indicated by a strong, unpleasant odor, just a sprinkle of baking soda can neutralize those acids and create a more balanced environment for beneficial microorganisms. I add about a cup of baking soda per cubic yard of compost material, mixing it in as I turn the pile. Honestly, this has dramatically reduced the time it takes for my compost to break down, and the finished product has a much more pleasant, earthy smell. While not directly related to growing plants, this garden hack has saved me countless times when preparing flowers for indoor arrangements. Adding a teaspoon of baking soda to the vase water helps neutralize acids that can clog stem openings and, wow, it really promotes better water uptake. Timing is everything when using baking soda in the garden. For fungal treatments, it's best to apply solutions during the cooler parts of the day to prevent leaf burn. Morning applications work best because they give plants time to dry before evening moisture sets in. When using baking soda for soil pH adjustment, make sure to water thoroughly after application to help it penetrate the soil. And for pest control, remember to reapply after rain or heavy watering, since the effectiveness really diminishes when it's washed away. Always test any baking soda solution on a small area first, especially on sensitive plants. While it's generally safe, some plants may react negatively to those alkaline conditions. Baking soda represents everything I love about gardening: simple, natural solutions that work in harmony with nature rather than against it. It's affordable, readily available, and incredibly versatile. From fighting fungal diseases to adjusting soil pH, from deterring pests to accelerating compost, this humble kitchen staple proves that sometimes the best solutions are hiding in plain sight. The next time you're facing a garden challenge, before reaching for expensive commercial products, consider whether baking soda might offer a gentler, more natural alternative. Your plants and your wallet will thank you. Remember, successful gardening is about understanding and working with natural processes, not overpowering them. Baking soda exemplifies this philosophy perfectly, offering multiple benefits while remaining gentle on both plants and the environment. Found this article helpful? Hit that subscribe button and share it with fellow gardeners who might benefit from these baking soda secrets. Have you tried any of these techniques in your own garden? Drop a comment below and let us know your results. I love hearing from the Soil Sage Chronicles community.